Hello and welcome to tonight's Center Esports game. Tonight we have Center versus EKU. I am a Chunky Ghost.
And this is Baxter, back again for another night of Colonel Overwatch.
Tonight should be an interesting night. We have a very good map pool. First map being Ilios, one of the stronger maps for the Colonels.
Yeah, and coming off, last night's really close, tough loss to UofL, I think, you were on that roster last night, Jonathan. What do you think the Colonels are looking forward to accomplishing most in tonight's match?
I think definitely trying to hopefully get our pride back. We feel very confident tonight, and we're hoping to see some good plays, especially by Vector. Some very good plays last night to really bring back some of the maps, and hopefully we can do well here. Ilios is definitely one of our better maps, and we're starting off with a strong comp, Neo Goats, which is a Lucio and a Moira on supports, Reaper and Sojourn on DPS, and a Winston for the tank.
And Center here looking to take the left side in the food fight. Definitely being the aggressive here as Galvanijo makes his effort into the back line of EKU.
Definitely trying to pick off that Lucio. Hopefully we can look for a team fight here. Galvanijo going in on the Kariko.
Here's James with a fully charged Sojourn railgun shot at the ready, takes the high ground. Center has ultimately flipped the positioning here as EKU has been forced towards center side of the point.
Bruce James taking out the Lucio.
Vector slipping into the back line as Center begins to now clean up this first fight of the first round.
Some very solid picks there by Center Colonels. Galvanijo diving on the Kariko, and Hugh James picking off the Lucio. Getting those supports out is very, very important for winning some team fights.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how now Center approaches the second fight, having the point captured. Vector, as we can see, is taking some opportune positioning on the high ground, now potentially slipping in behind halfway towards his Death Blossom being fully charged.
Yeah, EKU wrapping around to the right here, looking to go into the cage.
But Center's ready for him, and
Vector picking off the Galvanijo.
And another clean fight for the Colonels as EKU is not able to even really approach the point whatsoever.
Very, very good coalescence by Blakey there. Able to pick off two of EKU's players.
And now looking at the ultimates on both sides, it's probably going to be a pretty ult-heavy fight. I'd like to see, Tooney maybe save that Death Blossom for the blade that's approaching from EKU, and Hughes James is always a weapon with that overclock at the ready. So I'm excited to see what he might manage.
Yeah, definitely. EKU looking like rovering on the left here. Center Colonels maybe looking for a flank.
Vector goes down, but Hughes James gets a pick onto the Genji. And his overclock is still at the ready. A nice beat coming out from both teams.
EKU also using the Kariko ult. There's two ults from EKU and two from Center. Bruce James going on his ult. Galvanijo able to pick off the EKU Reaper.
And it's definitely a full-on skirmish going down inside the cage of Ilios well. But Center has another numbers advantage to their name as they manage to hold on to both DPS ults in the process. But EKU also has both of theirs, so the time's ticking down though, and Hughes James gets a beautiful headshot onto the Reaper as he tries to approach the point and activates his ult.
Ooh, EKU's Genji able to pick off both of the Center supports.
But Galvanijo and Hughes James doing what they do best, taking on nearly all of EKU's roster with the help of Vector, and Center's going to take round one of Ilios.
Very good round, very clean. Colonel's able to really use their ult economy well there, able to balance it against EKU's and eventually come out on top. Very impressive.
One thing that I think should be really highlighted that we saw in that round was, Center's positioning. They took the initiative to make the fight happen when and where they wanted it to, and EKU just wasn't really ready for the quick tempo it seemed that Center was ready to play at. Yeah.
So EKU seems to be running the same comp as the Colonels. EKU's comp is a little bit more of a fast dive, where Kariko is able to teleport around and dive in with the Winston. Oh, but switching to a Moira. So now both teams have very similar comp, actually. Colonel's going into the cage again here on the left side.
Galvanijo looks for the leap onto the high ground, contesting EKU well.
Wow.
A nice first pick, and the Moira for EKU is caught out. Now with no fade left, Galvanijo making the attempt to leap onto her, and Vector follows suit. The Colonel's playing as quite the single unit right now, working together really cohesively.
Vector able to pick off EKU's Winston. Very, very good pick there. EKU has to back up. It's going to create a lot more time and space for the Colonels to hold the point.
Yeah, another pretty clean first fight from Center in the second round of Ilios. And, you know, I really like this. Once again, the pre-fight positioning from Center has been on point so far in this match. Definitely something I think they hope to continue.
Yeah, definitely. Galvanijo looking for a jump in here. Getting a lot of space here. Very, very good.
Center doing an amazing job of just chunking down EKU's resources before the fight really gets going, and then making an effort to get back out. But Galvanijo does go down this time.
Very good pick by EKU's Reaper. Who's James also picked off by EKU's Reaper.
Center isn't quite able to get much of a stall out of this fight, and they're going to make a swift regroup here.
No, good playing by the Reaper there. Able to push in, force Galvanijo back, and then hop onto Goose James and push all of the Colonels back. Very, very impressive.
Blakey likely going to be able to make a move here with an aggressive Coalescence, and here it comes. Center once again bringing down much of the resources on EKU's side, forces the beat out, but now Galvanijo is wreaking havoc, or at least attempting to.
Those supports from EKU are now, support oats are have been used by EKU. Galvanijo diving on EKU's Moira.
This 1v1 is
staying alive. Okay. Have been forced out.
I'm not sure if he's going to be able to escape here. The Moira gets the best of him in the end, and Center is forced into another regroup as EKU approaches 50% of point capture.
Yeah, Moira can be really hard to take out sometimes, especially with the Winston, because she can fade and she can heal herself. Just able to stay alive so well. Very, very good playing by the Moira there.
Center now potentially looking to take an alternate route towards the point as they make a move through the Mega Room and now right onto the point.
EKU's Monkey diving in.
Vector pops his Death Blossom, doesn't manage to get a pick, but forces out the Primal Rage from EKU's Winston. Now doing some heavy damage on both the Winston. Oh, but the Death Blossom from EKU just obliterates the backline of Center College, and EKU is going to take even closer now to this 100% marker. And Center's got to get it together quickly here as the round slowly but surely might close out.
Yeah, that's another very impressive play by Caneman. That's two fights where he's been able to kind of push up in the face of the Colonels and able to force them back. Lucio potentially here getting picked off. Ooh, but able to get away. EKU's Monkey diving on the point. Blade popped by EKU's Genji. Able to pick off the Colonel's Moira.
Vector now going down. Center and EKU battling it out one by one. Players are going down. Who's James and Galvanijo looking like the only Colonels left, but now it's just Galvanijo against 3 or 4 of the EKU Colonels that are on the point, and Eastern Kentucky is going to take this round now, tying up 1-1.
Wow, very, very good playing. Definitely by Canman there. Some really good highlights. He had the 5K with the Death Blossom and the 2 picks on that one fight. Very, very good playing by EKU. I have to see how the Colonels kind of counterattack here on Ruins.
That I can't say I was quite expecting that quick of a turnaround from EKU's side, but they managed to make it look pretty clean, and I think I would say a big key to that was the swap to Moira from Kiriko.
Yeah.
It looks like in the first round, you know, the Kitsune Rush and the Suzus, they weren't quite getting the same value that EKU saw from Moira's Orbs and the Coalescence. So it was definitely the right swap at the right time, and they might carry this momentum into the third round. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams running the similar comps here. Who's James swapping onto Reaper and Vector onto Genji. Hopefully we can get some amazing Vector plays here again. Galvanijo going head first into EKU's front line. Hoping to create some space here. Caught on a pillar. Oh no.
The fight moves out towards the coast. Galvanijo goes down, and Canman gets another one of his kills to add to the list.
Blakey also getting picked off. EKU still with 5 players here, forcing the Colonels back. Now another good push to point by EKU.
Center looking to assert themselves a little more here. I think we've struggled to see some of the same early picks and early advantages that the Colonels were often able to get against U of L last night, at least so far in the opening 2 rounds. But I'm confident that they'll be able to turn it around, as Who's James does just that and picks off Magardo of EKU to give the Colonels a 1% advantage.
Yeah, very good pick by that, Who's James. Tooney also picking off Canman. Very, very lethal player against Colonels. It's been very helpful in this fight. Who's James also picked off the EKU Moira. Now it's just Monkey left for EKU. Colonels able to secure the point.
Members of Eastern Kentucky falling down just like dominoes one by one, and Center takes swift control of the objective and has nearly all 5 ultimates to go along with it.
Yeah, it's going to be important for the Colonels to balance their ult economy here and not use all the ults at the same time.
I think once again we can expect an early aggressive presence from Blaku, and there it is, right on cue as Center pushes towards the spawn of Eastern Kentucky.
Getting a lot of space here, really diving in. So far, no picks from either team. Oh, but Vector going down.
The Death Blossom comes out for Huge James. He's able to get one before getting knocked down, and Galvanijo trying to make use of that damage, pushing EKU further back towards the spawn doors. And space is still being maintained by the Colonels as one member of EKU's roster leaks back towards the objective.
So Lucio can get picked off.
Tooney making an effort.
Oh no, he had to reload. Oh no.
Galvanijo still maintaining 2 ultimates here as EKU aggresses with nearly all 5 of theirs. The beat comes from Tooney just in time, and Galvanijo and the rest of Center's roster are now back to support.
Very, very good beat there by Tooney. EKU also popping their beat.
The blade coming out from Vector, but he's not able to get any picks, and he falls. EKU now maintains a 1% advantage over Center as the fight goes on, and Who's James is able to get a pick on the Lucio. The Death Blossom comes out from Canman. And now there's a duel out here on the Mega Health Pack.
Blakey going down.
And if Center does end up losing this fight, they don't have too much reason to panic, as EKU now will capture the point with just 36% to their name. But the Colonel's riding up really close towards 100.
Yeah, so it looks like there's should be one more fight for the Colonels to potentially take victory here.
And we did see Eastern Kentucky use nearly all of their ultimates in that last fight.
Yeah.
So Center will be creeping up on this Death Blossom here from Huge James, with not much of a defensive response available from Eastern Kentucky.
Well, that's something talked by Blakey. Hopefully able to push right in. Galvanijo diving in. Hopefully able to get some picks here.
Huge James getting awfully close to that Death Blossom being at the ready. And Center now has lots of numbers on the objective.
Ooh, Monkey going down, as well as the Mario. Oh, wow. Very, very good Death Blossom by Who's James.
Who's James getting quite the amount of kills there. And Center looks like they're going to be able to take this round, as well as the first map in this showdown. Another battle for the Commonwealth. The Winston makes a valiant effort towards the objective, but the Centers do come out on top and now lead the series 1-0.
Very, very impressive plays from both sides, especially Reapers, Who's James and Canman. This one right here on Lighthouse.
I thought both Reapers, both DPS rosters, did a great job of asserting themselves early in this match, making sure they're known as a force to be reckoned with by the opposite side. And one thing that really impressed me about the Colonels this round, and makes me think was a big reason for their success, was the space and how they controlled it. They were very assertive and proactive about how they took certain angles and took the high ground before the fights were starting, and their timing with their flanks and things like that. I look for Center to do much more of that in the following maps.
Midtown. This is one of the newer maps to Overwatch 2. Lots of high ground and unique spaces here. This should be an interesting map.
Yeah, one thing to note that's really particularly interesting on this first point is the train, and the consequences of fighting in that train, and potentially how you should kind of disregard it if you're the attacking team and just take the fight through the tunnel under it. I think early in Overwatch 2, we've seen a lot of teams, especially in ranked, maybe less so in competitive, collegiate or professional play, maybe make misguided use of the train. But we'll see what happens here, as Sinner is the first team to defend, and EKU will be attacking.
Yeah, it looks like Sinner pulling out similar comp to last game. This seems to be a fast dive. EKU pulling out a Zarya rush comp. Lucio Zen healing. Interesting. Doesn't look like there'll be a whole lot of healing from EKU's team. So Sinner might have the advantage there. Let's just see how it plays out. EKU running underneath the train.
And Who's James so far making great use of the high ground. And Vector and him are doing great work so far, as EKU now loses 3 members of their team early on in this first round.
Yeah, including both of the supports. Yeah, and there we already see a change to Mercy there. Definitely they were not doing enough healing.
Sinner can just maintain this high ground as EKU tries to keep pushing in. I think that'll be a big secret to their success. Just with that, the amount of use Sojourn can get from throwing down her grenades, as well as charging up that railgun shot. That'll be of big importance for Sinner. As more members of EKU going down once again. Vector gets taken out, but I don't think that'll be enough for EKU to turn the tide of the fight, as Galvanijo is now wreaking more havoc on the rest of the remaining EKU players.
Really wanted that Genji, man. Sinner able to secure another team fight here.
Yeah, great efficient work by them. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. Tuni already 3/4 of the way to Nano. That's going to be a very important for this upcoming fight. Probably looking to Nano the Galvanijo.
I really like this safe positioning from Tuni so far, keeping him far and out of trouble, as EKU now pushing through the train quickly and taking the high ground away from Center. But a nice dash from Vector as he gets one, assists with the second, and Center finds themselves up in numbers once again on this third fight of Midtown.
I mean, able to push the Zarya back into the train. Kriko and Genji left on the EKU's team. We'll push them back with Vector here. I think we're able to get away. Teleport.
And the swap being made onto Diva now by Chief 5 Lapajo of EKU. We'll see how that might affect things here coming up. But Center now holding on to all 5 ultimates. As you were mentioning last map, a key to their success now in these next 90 seconds will be, can they cycle them correctly with, while avoiding using all 5 at once, or just too many all at once.
Yeah, definitely. It's likely going to be a Nano Blade here just for this fight. Let's get a solid 2 ults here. Vector most likely looking for it.
And now Vector is just biding his time. The Nano goes out. He's in the train. EKU are subject to his mercy as the Kiriko tries to teleport away. But Vector gets 2, gets 3, and potentially a 4th as the Diva is demech. But he's low health and has to back away.
Another great play by Vector there. Always love to see those Nano Blades from him. Always so fun to watch, and just really a great sigh of relief to have those team fights won like that.
Yeah, some great efficiency by Sinner there to only have to use those 2 ultimates, being the Nano Boost from Tuni and Vector's Dragon Blade. And now, EKU has a couple ultimates of their own, so we'll see how Sinner can respond to that, considering they don't quite have a truly defensive ultimate coming out from their supports.
Yeah, Who's James hopefully looking to use his ult here. Put more heads. Kriko popped by Blakey here.
Some effectiveness coming out from that as he is able to pick off one, and Center getting more picks now, and some great work being done by the Colonels once again as time is truly ticking down now. Just 15 seconds left in the round.
Ooh, very nice headshot by Blakey. Wow. Able to kill the remeching Diva there. That's very, very important in this game.
2 ultimates were used there by EKU, and now all they have left is the Death Blossom. But will that be enough to fend off Galvanijo's Primal Rage, as well as Who's James coming out with the Overclock? He gets 1 with help from Vector, assists on a second, and now EKU is struggling to recoup as, the Colonels of Center have really just asserted their dominance in this round so far. And it's looking like a full hold on Midtown.
Oh yeah, this is very, very good. Now all the Colonels have to do is get 1 tick here of his first point, which hopefully should not be a very difficult task. Very, very good playing from the Colonels and from EKU. Just But I don't know. It seemed like kind of a comp diff there. They kind of started with the Zarya, but didn't really have the momentum and mobility, and then they switched to the Diva. I don't know. Maybe a mirror or a Rhine Rush would have worked a little better there.
Yeah, I think EKU really just kind of struggled to find some footing there in that first round, finding the comp that works for them. And sometimes, you know, that takes 1 or 2 maps, and you know, you can't put it past them to potentially bring things back in the future map. So, you know, Center definitely is going to remain focused and hopefully come through with a strong second round to take map 2.
Yeah, definitely.
One thing, as we were mentioning before, you know, throughout this map so far, as well as the last one, is just how efficient Center's being with their ultimates. They've done such an impeccable job of managing the ultimate economy, you know, cycling through 1 or 2 at a time and getting, not only just using 1 or 2 at a time, but getting great use out of those 1 or 2, and comboing them in the right ways. So I'm excited to see them continue to do so as Center is starting to line up with a pretty familiar composition, and EKU is switching it up slightly.
Yeah, EKU running a Zarya comp again here, but definitely focusing more on the heals, running a BAP and a Mercy. Yeah, they definitely seemed to struggle with heals last game, so definitely a switch around there. But yeah, Colonel's running the exact same comp here. You know, if it's not broken, why fix it?
Yeah, so Center's gonna kick off around here, looking like they want to just run it down under the train. But Vector might make an approach onto the high ground here. Galvanijo looking to sandwich EKU potentially on these stairs. Oh, but a nice shot from Canman onto Vector quite early into the round. Galvanijo still creeping up through the low ground though.
A big pick from EKU. They're definitely going to force the Colonels to push back. All they need here is 1 fight win. So definitely going to try and build some ults here and try and push to the point. Galvanijo going in on the Mercy. Unfortunately not able to get anything from there. The Zarya able to create a lot of space. Oh, wow, Huge James able to pick off EKU's Genji. It's going to be a very big pick. Oh, but Rez.
Galvanijo leaping on the high ground at a great time. Now the Rez does come out from EKU, but the Mercy gets taken out. Vector follows up onto the Sojourn, and it looks like Center has control of the fight here. Baptiste is about to go down at the hands of Galvanijo, and Center now just cleaning things up as they look to take map 2.
And there you have it. Wow, very, very good playing for both teams. But Center able to get the mobility, get around them, get around EKU, and just go walk straight to the point. Very, very good playing there again by the Colonels.
Eastern Kentucky kind of has their backs up against the wall now. You know, all that they can really hope to do is reverse sweep, and that's no easy feat for sure.
Yeah, here's that like gonna be that 3K from Vector in the train. Really don't want to be in a box there when you have a nano-bladed Genji. But yeah, wow, this is just another great play to watch from Vector. Always love to see these.
Yeah, smart from Vector to back away there when he was oh so low against that baby diva. She's pretty lethal when you're not careful.
Yeah. Stay tuned. In a couple minutes, we will be starting our next map on Gibraltar. All right, and welcome back to the third map for tonight's game. This map is Gibraltar. This is a very dive-focused map, so we should be seeing a very similar comp to what we've been seeing all night from the Colonels. We are seems to be running a Diva and a Mercy, however, on a switch-up. That should be interesting to watch. I know Blakeu is a very, very good Mercy player. Love to see some reses and maybe even some battle Mercy. That's always fun to watch. Whipping out the pistol and maybe getting some picks there. EKU seeming to be running a interesting dive comp with a Sombra. That should be interesting. Going on the back line, potentially going on the supports. This should be another interesting map.
Yeah, I think the focus for Center here should definitely be on maintaining that high ground position and you know, getting rid of that Sombra from their backline when she tries to make an approach. You know, with that increased damage on her hack targets, that can truly be lethal to heroes such as Mercy and Anna. So definitely look out for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. EKU staying underneath right now, kind of avoiding any potential very lethal damage from Bruce James. Monkey diving up here, going on the Mercy.
And now both teams trading so far as the Sombra makes an effort to chase down the Mercy on the staircase, but forced out onto her translocator. Great work by Galvanijo there to deter her from killing the Mercy, as you know, both teams trying to totally regroup here. A strange effort being made by EKU's Lucio to chase down Blakeu. And now the Colonels are retaking the payload.
Yeah, Colonels can definitely make a push here. Consolidated effort. Galvanijo creating some space here, pushing them off the cart.
And now,
Retaking the high
as you're
ground.
saying, yeah, retaking that high ground, definitely crucial to this first point Gibraltar.
Yeah, definitely. Now for that Sombra.
Lucio making another effort into the back line of center,
Oh.
this time escaping with his life as the Sombra is now on cart. And once again,
Where'd she
forced
go?
away. It looked like Galvanijo must have just missed that Sombra. Her chance looked was on that mega health pack, but the Winston goes down instead.
Able to get barely away there. Uh-oh, Vector might be in trouble here against Sombra.
A great effort on the defense matrix by Galvanijo, but it wasn't quite enough. And EKU gets a pick onto Vector.
Still up a tank here for the current time. Galvanijo able to pick off EKU's Lucio. Sombra popping her ult.
Yeah, the EMP came out there, and the nano boost goes on the Galvanijo. He's got his self-destruct at the ready, but it's being hacked on cooldown. Doing his best to take down EKU's Ana player, though, and will do just that after quite a bit of fighting. Sombra's on the cart, but no more. Vector gets the final blow in center with another fight win, now under 2 minutes on the time bank.
Yeah, it's a very, very good hold by the Colonel so far. Able to keep EKU pushed back, able to get very nice picks on the monkey.
And, you know, lots of credit so far to Toonie and Blakey, as well as, you know, all of Center's roster doing a great job of keeping their supports alive and stopping that Sombra from getting too much value.
EKU's monkey playing a very dangerous game here.
Vector came out with a nice Dragon Blade, 2 kills for him. And Center, once again, a very clean fight win. And they're still holding on to 2 more ultimates.
Yeah, that monkey is a little bit of a weird jump. He kind of stood there. Hughes James was able to capitalize on that, getting a lot of damage in and basically making that monkey one, where Vector was able to come in and get the dash kill. EKU looking like to potentially get on the high ground here.
Yeah, maintaining their same composition 3 minutes into the round now. I'm not sure, you know, if I were them, I might have switched things up now, but, you know, if they're confident, they're confident, and, you know, you never know what can happen in a game of Overwatch. They might be able to turn it around.
Yeah, EKU's, wow, Lucio playing a little further up. Hughes James able to capitalize on that.
He's got his overclock ready. After getting 1 pick, he might just get a few more. There's the second one on Can Man. Center now up 2, with just 30 seconds left in the round.
Hughes James looking on the Ana, potentially going to dive on her. Galvanijo looking for it. Wow, great sleep by the EKU Ana. Able to get out of there. It's like one more fight here for EKU for this point.
Yeah, time's ticking down. There's some urgency from the side of EKU that needs to be shown. But they've got 4 ultimates, nearly 5.
Oh,
and
wow.
Nano Boost comes out. A great boot from Galvanijo. He used the Diva Bomb. Doesn't manage to get a pick. But might be looking for a VMAC kill. Does some damage onto the Winston. And now is able to escape the back line.
Ooh, very good healing there by Blakey. Able to keep Galvanijo in mech, which is very important for this fight.
And here's the ultimate from Hughes James. A beat in response from EKU's Lucio. And he's got that high ground. Trying to get some shots.
EKU's Lucio able to avoid Hughes James at all costs.
Hacks coming out. Cooldown after cooldown from EKU's Sombra. And Blakey is finally killed, as well as Toonie. So both supports off the battlefield now for Center. And EKU might just be able to take this first point in overtime.
Wow, a very, very good play by EKU. Was honestly not expecting that. Very, very nice comeback, and now they have a potential chance to get to the very end. Good hold by the Colonels. They were able to keep it all the way to the end, so stalling a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah, if you're Center, you can't be too upset at all about that hold. That's about as good as it gets, with the exception of them eventually allowing EKU to capture.
Yeah. EKU's Lucio has been playing a lot, pushed up here. Wow, Hughes James able to pick off EKU Ana. That's main heals down for EKU's team.
Lots of brawling going down on the low ground right now as Galvanijo takes out the Sombra, but Can Man takes down Toonie, and now he takes out Blacku as well.
Those supports down for the Colonels. Vector looking to get a pick here on Can Man without any supports. He goes down.
Made a frantic effort to take down one EKU member with them, but wasn't quite able to do so, as Hughes James does manage to get EKU's Winston. And I'd look out for some sort of damage boosted Dragon Blade from Center here, but you can expect that EMP in response to happen.
Yeah. Looking at ults here. Oh, almost looking for the remake on the Lucio.
Galvanijo narrowly missed that remake kill, but Vector was there to help him out and close the kill. A nice dash to take on Sombra, and it's just a cleanup from here on out for Sin.
Very, very nice. EKU looking like they have 4 ults right now. Sinner has 2 coming up on the 3rd, so EKU definitely with the better ult economy right now. I switched to Junk Queen. Interesting from EKU. That'll be an interesting kind of rush. Oh, actually, oh, we're staying on Diva. Interesting.
Yeah, so if I'm Sinner here, I'd say I'm looking for, EKU's got a lot of ults at the ready, and a lot of ones that can be used defensively at that. So honestly, I'd try and bait some ultimates out from EKU before using ours. Vector, he's coming up for a potential combo with that nano boost, and if he can just get a pick and maybe force a panic ultimate. But Who's James using the overclock and taking down the Lucio. Now both supports gone for EKU, and Center is gonna wipe again with just 20 seconds left in the round.
Yeah, another great play here. I don't know why EKU is not using their ults here. They've just been holding on to these 4 ults for the entire fight. A little bit of a strange move by them. Who's James able to basically win the fight with 1 ultimate, and now both teams essentially have 4 ults.
And there's the Dragon Blade from Vector with the Dangers and the Nano, can potentially take out targets in 1 swing, but the beat drop came out, didn't get the Ana though, so Vector does get that 1 swing kill onto the Ana.
Hack popped by Sombra here, hopefully trying to take the fight back, but Center able to demech the EKU Diva. Bomb coming out from Galvanijo to hopefully secure the round.
Yeah, Center hopefully not going to have too much trouble there, and the Sojourn was unable to touch his. Center does a great job all around there of, maintaining their defenses. And a very feasible opportunity here for them to win the map.
Yeah, definitely. It was a little bit weird for EKU to hold on to 4 ults that one fight, and all James he popped his ult and was able to push them back. Definitely a little bit of a weird play by EKU there.
But you never know what's going to happen on Gibraltar. EKU took that 1 round of Ilios quite decisively from the Colonels, and if they can, bring back that kind of momentum, I could very well see them holding this first point or second point of Gibraltar and getting a map win on the Colonels.
Yeah, definitely. The team comps here. Both teams running a Diva again. EKU running with a Moira instead this time. Moira would be very good on defense. Who's James actually going on Symmetra? That's an interesting pick. Likely going to do a teleport to the bridge here and get Toonie out so he can have a very good sightline onto Galvanijo when he's diving in.
And the Sombra is returning on the side of EKU. If Center can just do as good of a job as they were doing before, as protecting the Mercy, protecting the Ana, I think they might end up with a map win here. But it's yet to happen, and there's a Moira on the side of EKU here, so we'll see how that changes things.
Yeah, definitely. Toonie going over to the side. Who's James swapping back to Sojourn here? So now Toonie has a very good sightline for healing Galvanijo here.
Center trying to take that high ground, but you can't neglect to push cart from where it starts at the beginning. So Galvanijo taking his time to do that for a little bit while boosting back up to the high ground.
Yeah, EKU holding a very solid defense of the high ground right now, not letting the Colonels on.
The Sombra is forced out back to her translocator, and Center slowly but surely inching forward and inching upwards.
Who's James looking for a pick there? Unfortunately, not able to get one. Great eat by the Diva there, leaving that grenade so they would not be forced off. EKU's Diva dropping to the low ground. Sombra on Toonie.
He's able to defend himself with the help of Blaku. And Center now trying to corner EKU's forces onto the coast. And it looks like it's working as Vector takes out 2, potentially looking for more.
Now it looks like, fight's not over quite yet. EKU able to remech there.
Here's James takes out another. Center now just closing things out as the Diva tries to make her way out of the fight.
Yep, Center has 4 on the cart, trying to push it into the first point here.
And now I wonder if Vector and Toonie are aware that the beat drop has not yet been built by EKU. They've got the Nano Blade almost at the ready. The Nano goes out. Vector gets 1, gets assist with it second, and he's chasing down Lucio now. Trying to take out 60% of EKU's roster.
Done. Very, very good ultimate there.
EKU not going down without a fight. The Diva Bomb does take out Huge James. And now a hack on Vector, and the stall begins.
Unfortunate pick on the Who's James, but hopefully Colonel's still able to hold it here.
Galvanijo with a nice clean pick on the Moira. Moving on to the next support now, the Lucio at his mercy. And now the Diva demacked without her ultimate. The Valkyrie comes out from Bleku, but Center maintains 2 more ultimates to use as they try and scope out to see if any members of EKU squad got that close spawn.
Yeah, very, very good playing there. Colonel's still holding on to 2 ults here, although EKU coming up on 4. Hopefully they capitalize on that this time.
I really like this effort by Bleku to pocket Huge James when he has this overclock.
Oh yeah.
And at his suspense, the hack comes out, but I don't think EKU will quite be able to get the elimination. As Galvanijo does a great job of maintaining that high ground, but he does get demacked, forced to use his self-destruct.
It could be a C9 here, actually.
EKU brings out the EMP as well as the beat drop.
Oh.
The kill does not work as planned. But Huge James still has his overclock. EKU used 3 ultimates that fight. So we'll see what the Colonels can work with. 3.5 minutes left in the bank. No reason to panic.
Yeah, that was almost very, very close to being a C9 there by EKU, but able to pop the summer hack and hop back on the point. But very, very good effort by both teams.
If Vector and Galvanijo can make a clear effort to take that high ground away from the Sojourn, that'll be a big help to Center's efforts. And Galvanijo does just that as the Sojourn is forced to slide into Center's backline and is taken out in response. Huge James, using his overclock from the high ground, helps to take out 2 members of EKU. And this could be it. The Colonel is starting to close out the fight. Numbers falling left and right for EKU.
All that's left is Baby Diva picked off.
And now the Sombra, but a clean kill from Galvanijo, and the Colonels are going to take the series with a swift 3-0 over Eastern Kentucky.
Very, very good playing from both teams here. EKU really, really trying hard to hold out here, but Center Colonel is able to just overcome the difference in ults.
Yeah, I think we saw some great ultimate efficiency throughout the series from Center, and each time I commentate, I feel like I find something new that Center has improved upon, and this time it was definitely that. They've sort of started to master the art of being assertive with the positioning, and this time that the ultimates were just another added bonus.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that is the end of tonight's game. Very, very good 3-0 from Center College. EKU putting up a very, very good fight, though. We do want to thank them for playing tonight's match. And we hope to have some good games next week. Thank you for watching.